is woman. Put that pen, let's go. Welcome. All right. So let's get it. Yeah. Homecoming week for me. All right, everybody, get on in here. All right. I think so. This is my last week, my last night going live this week. So y'all get in here so we can talk. We're going to talk about something that's going to help you. I'm glad that I'm in the building tonight. Welcome. Hey, hello, Chanel. Thank you for joining me tonight. All right, y'all. First off, I went to, we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, get in here because I want to ask y'all a question we want to get tonight. We got some good. We're going to talk about what the homework I got y'all to do a couple of nights ago. And I began talking about the power of understanding and monitoring and observing our own thoughts. Thank you, Kia. I appreciate that. Kia says the glass tonight. Y'all already know. Y'all know. My glass game gonna be nice. Y'all know that. But all right. So tonight we're going to talk about, have you ever been in a situation? So first off, before I get started, on TikTok, give me some likes. All right, just give me some likes. And I know people will come in a minute. And we're going to talk about, have you ever noticed sometime you really can't control as much as you might want to be positive? You ever notice sometimes negative thoughts just appear? As much as you want to have empowering, motivating thoughts, sometimes you simply get negative, demotivating thoughts. You ever noticed that? Y'all ever noticed, the Bible says, I think it was Paul says, when I want to do good, evil is always present. Or when I endeavor to do good, I don't. When I want to do good, I don't. The things I want to do, well, I think he said, the things I want to do, I don't do, and the things I don't want to do, that I do. Well, anyway, for those of you Bible scholars, and what he was saying was, my thoughts and actions are not synonymous to the outcomes that I really would like to have. All right. And so tonight we're going to talk about, there is a science behind your thoughts and using your thoughts to get what it is you want. I'm going to give you an example. There is one of my clients that happened today. And she called me. She said, Coach, can we talk? Of course you can talk. You're one of my clients. Of course. So she called me. And I told her I'm available at this time. And she called me. And she said, before I became your client, I used to think that I would never find a good relationship. And I remember you telling me, I was in a relationship, but I remember you telling me that when I came to you, you said your job was not to help me find a good relationship. You said my job, your job, talking about me as her coach, I told her, I said to her, my job is to change the way you think. And if I change the way you think, I will change the outcome in your life. Ooh, 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 ooh. So today she called me because she said, Coach, I have found someone, or they found me. And she said, you said, if I change the way that I think, focus on me and not the other person, then I could have what it is I wanted. And now that she's in a good relationship, she's like, I cannot believe this is happening to me. I cannot believe that I am getting this outcome. And I said to her, the reason why you cannot believe that you get the outcome, you're getting the outcome, is because of your thoughts, because of what you've been feeding your subconscious mind. Now, it has gotten better because it attracted the relationship. So now it's time for us to go to the next level of thinking. So we're going to talk about tonight how changing your thoughts, or first off, how observing your thoughts first. Before you can ever change your thoughts, you have to know what you're thinking. I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me tonight. We're going to get it done. But before we get there, I'd like to know, number one, if you would, tell me your name and where you're checking in from, your name and where you're checking in from, because you could be anywhere in the world, but I want to properly acknowledge you. So I can properly acknowledge you. Tell me your name and where you're checking in from so I can properly acknowledge you. Because again, you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with me tonight. This first name. First name. All right, first name. You ain't got to tell me all your, y'all. You ain't got to tell me all your aliases, your nicknames, but tell me your first name. Okay, Smitty Smith. What's up? It's my boy Smith. Hey, I check in with Smitty every day. And Smitty is a content creator out of the A. Loves the Atlanta Falcons like me, but he is one of the most thoroughest content creators that I know. Smitty Smith, good having you. Juliana from New York in the building. Lynn from Florida, welcome. Shari from Indianapolis, welcome. Charlotte from Fort Washington, Maryland, in the building. That's that Queen Dee Dee from Chattanooga in the building. Thank you so much. Jay from Atlanta in the building. EB from Michigan in the building. Princess. All right, good. What's that? Kalego from, I don't know whose flag that is. But anyway, all right. Anyway, all right, appreciate you, Smitty Smith, always. We'll see we got a couple people not telling me your name, so I don't know. Renee, Colorado Springs in the building. Who else? Now, we got a few people out here, y'all. Just tell me who it is in the building so I can properly acknowledge you. So I can properly acknowledge you and who you are. And Chanel, welcome. I don't know where Chanel, I don't know where you're from, but thank you anyway for joining me. So I got up all my platforms, y'all. I got up my Instagram, I got up my YouTube, Facebook, and I got up my TikTok. All right, I got up my TikTok. All right. So let's get going. All right, and we got Jamie from Beaufort, South Carolina, Ty from Ohio, Joy from Virginia, Trina from Montgomery, Alabama. All right, in the building. Hey, Maddie, would you text Gigi? She just called, see what she want. Yeah. Tell them live. Okay. You can't be doing that on live, but if you want me to do something, let me know. Okay. All right, Jamie from Beaufort. Who else we got? Trina from Montgomery, Alabama in the building. Tanya from California. Joy from Virginia. I think I said Joy. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. All right, thank you all. All right, that's that. Kia from California in the building. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Ms. Jones from Mississippi, thank you so much for joining me. Michelle from Florida. All right. I don't know what part of Florida, Michelle, but thank you anyway. All right. So I want y'all to share this video because what I'm going to talk about tonight, I am going to talk about how we, how observing our thoughts, understanding our thoughts, understanding how we operate, how it affects us. Okay. So this is what we're going to talk about. I don't know what just happened, but my TikTok screen just flipped from like the whole screen to other people on the screen. Let me see how you. Does anybody know how to flip back? I don't know how we do that. I don't know how do you flip to the main screen. Let's see. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to go like this. All right. Like so. For the last couple of days, what I've been doing, I asked everybody, I wanted to teach you something. And tonight I wanted to teach you a principle called metacognition. All right. And metacognition, I asked many of you for the last couple of days, what I wanted you to do was I wanted you to just write down your thoughts, what you're thinking. All right. I wanted you to write down your thoughts. Okay. And so just and not judge your thoughts, just observe them. And so when I was making a change, at one point in my life, I was in a rut. I was just, I felt like I should be growing faster than I was. I felt like, I was like, you know how, like, can we be honest? You know how you look at other people and you look at where they are and you thinking, I'm just as smart as them or smarter, and I am not where I want to be. And so I got stuck in a rut. But the first thing that I understood, that first thing that my coach taught me, that if you change the way you think, you can change your reality. And some of us, and I'm like, yeah. This was years ago. Yeah, right. And so what happened was I no longer wanted to be in the situation that I was in. I no longer wanted to feel what I was feeling. I no longer wanted to be where I was. How many of you, if we could be honest, you're in a situation and you're stuck and you don't know how to get out. You've tried things, you tried this, you tried that. You tried all of these different things, but that nothing seems to be working. It could be in your career. It could be with your relationships. Don't have to be romantic. It could be in something that you want to do. It could just simply be in your motivation. All right. And so a lot of times what I realized when I hired a coach, I never forget what it was a she I hired, and she was good. And she told me, she said, I want you to observe your thoughts. And I said, what do you mean? She said, now here I am, a coach too, y'all. And so I always tell people, everybody needs a coach. Michael Jordan had a coach. LeBron has a coach. Anybody who is great in the thing that they do, they have a coach. And so I hired her. And the first thing she said was, I want you to understand the way that you think. I want you to understand because your thoughts create energy, and this energy creates outcomes. And I was like, what? And so I was like, so she went deeper. She said, the fact that you think about it, what you think about, you bring about. And I said, most people are thinking about things that they don't want to bring about, but they don't know why it's coming into their life. And so she introduced me, and this was, y'all, this was years before I was a coach, Ken, but before you all knew me. And it was at the beginning of my journey of being an online content creator. And I looked out at the landscape and I looked at the people that were out there, and I'm like, they had hundreds of thousands of followers. And here I was, I had 82 subscribers on YouTube. I did not have a TikTok account because I thought TikTok was just for kids at the time doing dances. My Instagram, I had about 200 people on it, and they were all people that knew me. And I think I had about 3,000 friends on Facebook. And so I wanted to become a person who could create an impact. And so it was never for me about getting followers. It was about the followers represented the people that I could impact. So I realized I had to get more followers so that I could impact more people. And so here's what she did for me. She said, the first thing I want you to do, I want you to understand what metacognition is. She says, in simple terms, metacognition is thinking about your own thinking. Everybody write this down. She said, metacognition is thinking about your own thinking. And so the reason why this subject tonight, some people going to turn away. Some people not going to listen to it because it is not telling them how to attract their next mate. But they don't realize it is telling them how to attract their next mate. It is telling them how to repair the relationship that they're in. It is. But they don't look at it that way because most people do. Most people simply want it without work. And so what she said, it's thinking about your thinking. She says, think about it. It's your brain's ability to observe, to understand, and control your own thought processes that would give you what you want. Now, I'm not going to stay on long because I got something else I want to do tonight, but I'm going to give it to you straight. I want to give you 3 principles. All right. And here, thank you, Shantae. Shantae said, I'm on here and I'm listening. That's all that matters, Shantae. Can I tell you something, Shantae? Thank you so much for saying that. Because let me tell you something. When I first started as a content creator, I had one person that showed up the first day. The first week every day I had one person, and I think it was the same person. By that Friday, because I decided that I would go live every single day for a solid year. I went live every single day for 18 months, Monday through Friday. And on weekends, I didn't go live, but I went at 1 o'clock. I just did Facebook because that's what's all I had. I built it. I built it because it wasn't because listen to me, y'all. We look at our circumstance. We think we go on what the naked eye can see. But what I did was I said, God gave me imagination so that I could see myself how he sees me. Oh my God. I said, God, I'm going to go day after day after day. I don't care who shows up. You know why I don't care who shows up? Because I know that you will show up. And what the word says, you got to show yourself approved. Meaning many of us just want to get it right away. So you want a great relationship, but you don't want to study conflict resolution. You want a great relationship, but you don't want to learn how to communicate better. You want a great relationship, you want a better job, but you're not willing to study to be better. All right. And the truth is, you're right, Smitty, the right people will find you. Y'all, I got 1.4 million followers now, and I'm still on the same stuff I was on there. Impact. I'm on a hit TV show, 4 seasons. I got a relationship academy that's got 100 people in it that pay every single month. I got clients that pay me $1,000, and it all started because I went live with one person. One person, y'all. And you can't tell me, but it all started with where I'm telling you to start today. So the first thing my coach said to me, let's monitor, let's observe your thoughts. And I was like, that sounds crazy to me. It sounds crazy what she was saying. She said, no, it's not crazy. She says, you never decided to observe your own thoughts. She says, I want you to take a pencil and a pad. She says, I want you to write down every single thought you have. Don't judge the thought. Don't judge it. Don't judge. Smitty said you believe and you conquer. Smitty, that is the reason I come to your page every single day. Because no matter what, I remember I've seen you grow. And no matter what, you still deliver every single day the exact quality of content. And you've grown and I've seen it. But some of us, y'all, and so let me get back to it. I get off track. So the number one, the first thing she said was, let's observe your thoughts. See, because if you observe your thoughts, if you can never grow until you understand what you're growing from. She said, now write them down. Don't judge them, just observe them. And so I began writing my thoughts down. See, here's the thing, y'all. You think the power of positivity, the power of positive thinking means you will never think a negative thought. That is not true. That is not true. The truth is, the Bible says, cast every thought down that is not of God. To cast the thought down means the negative thoughts are going to come. The difference between me and the next person is now I can identify when it happens, right? And in science, and in the word, it says cast the thought down, cast it down. In science, it says interrupt the pattern. See, science does not contradict the word. Many of you think it does, but it does not. And so what I tell them, I must interrupt the pattern of when I begin thinking about it, what do I do with the thought? And so, but if I don't know what it is, so she said to me, Coach, she says, write your thoughts down. She says, I want you to write your thoughts down. I want you to observe them. And I began writing the thoughts down for 3 to 5 days. I did it. I didn't even realize how negative I thought. I didn't realize how my thinking was antithetical to the things that I wanted. I said that I wanted, watch this, y'all. Let me give you an example. I used to say that I want to be a big content creator with hundreds of thousands of followers. That's what I would say. But then my thoughts would say, I don't know how to edit. So I ain't gonna never be able to develop it. If you don't know how to edit, you ain't gonna be able to put out videos. Then listen to me, look at my thoughts. And I used to say, ain't nobody gonna follow me because sometimes I speak with slang. I said, and I'm loud and I'm obnoxious and all of those things. And I realized, y'all, everything that I was saying was contrary to what I wanted. And so, so what happened was when she told me to look at it, to understand my thoughts, when she told me to observe them, I was like, wow. And you're right. You had to trust the process, Minnie. But the thing is, you kept on going and going and going. All right. So after she told me, after I observed my thoughts, then what did she say? Then what did she say? So she says to me, okay, she says, this is the first step to self-awareness. Now think about it. Some of y'all think you're self-aware. She said, self-aware is understanding how you feel in any given situation. But the other part of self-awareness is understanding how you think in any given situation. Now, when I said, okay, explain that to me. She said, because when you think a certain thing, you attach an emotion to it. Okay? You attach an emotion to the thing that you're thinking. And she said, that is where self-awareness becomes prevalent. When you understand your thoughts, but then you understand the emotions you are attaching to the thoughts, because the emotion that you attach to the thoughts are what you act on, or what you behave on. When you take action, you don't take action on the thought, you take action on the feeling about the thought. Wow. That's so powerful, Coach Ken. My God, that is super powerful. And y'all, so I began learning. I began training. I began training my mind, much like I began training my mind to begin understanding. And in metacognition, in that psychological world of metacognition, they call it real-time awareness of your current level of understanding, your understanding or your performance. How are you now? You're understanding you. See, that's the first step, y'all. Once you begin to understand and become self-aware. You see, the reason I like Smitty on Sports Machine is because Smitty is aware of his limitations. Now, hey, Smitty, when I watch you, Smitty might like, I messed his name up. Y'all know I ain't good with names. And I get tickled sometimes because that's why I like him. Because he's super aware of who he is. We get so caught up in what we think is a deficiency, but that is the thing that attracts many people to us. And so when he says I screw up the name, I get tickled, but I like it because he gonna always give you the information. He'll figure out the name along the way. And that thing, y'all, whereas we think that that's a negative, but the true reality is it attracts the people who are attracted to authenticity. And I didn't know that not about him, but about imperfections is perfection. I know that's right. I didn't know this years ago, y'all. What I'm telling you happened to me years ago. But it is amazing how once you observe your thoughts and observe the feelings that you have about your thoughts, then and only then I'm gonna tell y'all how to change the thoughts. But the first thing, you can't change anything you're not aware of. I remember Dr. Phil said long time ago, he said you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And you can't acknowledge that which you don't know exists. You can't change it. You can't change it. And so the third step, after we talked about understanding the awareness, the feelings we attach to them, then she said this: now you're ready. Now you are ready for what to do next. Now you are ready. How do you regulate and learn to change your thoughts or break these habitual patterns after you know them? See, and all of it starts with how we speak to ourselves. And so in my next video, the next live that I do, probably won't be till Monday because my college, North Carolina A&T State University, having homecoming this week. So I'm gonna be out in the festivities. So I won't be on live. So I'm gonna come back at you next week and we'll do it. But y'all, I wanted to just lay something on you. And I wanted to say this to you. And I didn't want to stay long because homecoming is this week and I got some partners in. But I wanted to say this to y'all. Y'all, everything you want is within your grasp. Everything you desire is within reach. The first thing you need to do is this. Number one, you need to decide. I did a video on what decide meant. Decide, the word decision comes from the Latin word desidero. Desidera. And it means to cut off any other option. To cut off. First thing you have to do is decide, I'm going to be a successful content creator. That's what I decided 4 years ago. That's what I decided. That's what Smitty decided. I decided. Then step two, I found a mentor. There are mentors that if you don't have the money, there are mentors that you can learn anything you want to learn on YouTube University. Y'all, YouTube University now either, I always tell people, either you have money or you have time. Either you have money or you have time. Because if you got money, you can hire a coach, someone to cut your time in half. But if you don't have money, you have time, then everything you want to know is out there. Everything you want to know is on YouTube University. Everything you want to know is either in DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Claude, Meta, all of them. It is there. If you don't have the money, then you need to spend the time. But if you have money, you can cut the time when you hire a coach. All right. And so that's step 2. And then step three, you decide to take massive action. There are 4 types of action you can take. There are actually more than 4, but I'm going to give you 3. Number 1, you got to take massive action. That means you got to just go all out, go all in. Like me, I took massive action. I went live every single day for 18 months. That's massive. You got to take number 2, urgent action. Urgent action is I got to do it today. The market loves speed. Y'all stop. We're in an age now, whatever you decide, if you don't decide, somebody else gonna do it. Period. Okay? Period. And then the third way is inspired action. These are the 3 that I want to give you tonight. It's the kind of action where it's intrinsic. It's inside of you. You're not motivated by extrinsic things. You're motivated intrinsically by something on the inside of you that says, I want to be greater. I want to evolve into something bigger than what I am today. And y'all, had I not done this metacognition and gone through this process of observing my thoughts, and understanding, becoming self-aware of my thoughts and my emotions, I would not be in front of you today. But for those of you, I just wanted to encourage y'all tonight. I just wanted to encourage some of y'all because some of you all, God been telling you to do it. He's been telling you, I got you. I got you. And you've been praying, help me, God, help me. And he says you're a Coach Ken. You listen to me free every single night, but you're not willing to invest in yourself. And God said, I sent somebody to help you, but it's up to you. He can never make the decision for you. That's the reality. Y'all, that's my time tonight. Oh, by the way, before I go, I got to say this, that our numbers on my TV show, hey, Smitty, I don't know if you, Smitty, have you seen my new TV, my new movie series? I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you heard me sharing it. It's on Prime and it's on Tubi. It's called, I want you to go watch it, Smitty, and let me know your thoughts on it. It's called Decisions Are Never Black and White. And so I want you to let me know what you think. Decisions are never black and white. Y'all, over 10,000 people have watched it. This is amazing to me. And so what I want y'all to do, those of you who have not seen it, I want you to go to Tubi. And it is based on my coaching. It is based on my coaching. And it is based on, tell me what you think, Smitty. It is because a lot of times, y'all, I always tell people, coaching is easy when you're not in it. It's always easy to tell somebody what you wouldn't do or what you would do until you're in it. And so this series that I put out brings real life scenarios home to you. Real life. I want y'all to go watch it tonight and let me know decisions are never black and white. And let me know what you think. What would you do in it's 3 episodes? I did 3 episodes. Episode 1, what would you do in episode 1 and episode 3? Episode 2, a lot of people told me what they would do too. All of them are good. But I appreciate y'all. Decisions Are Never Black and White on Tubi and Prime. On Prime, it's $4.99 for the series. On Tubi, it's free. That's why I always tell people, hey, Deborah said, I saw all 3 of them. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all watching, y'all. Thank y'all for supporting Coach. Thank y'all for doing that. Y'all, I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you, Brandy. Brandy said I watched. It's good. Appreciate y'all. Deborah said I watched it twice. Wow, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. God bless.